guys, it's Jess from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with a video I'm excited for. I feel like I start every video saying I have an exciting video for you, but I'm so excited for this. I've been posting it on my social media about my sprayed edges books. It's really painted edge books because I painted this and I did 5 separate books, and I show you how I did 2 of them in this video. I show you how I did this one, and then I show you how I did this one, but I don't want to show you how the edges turned out because I tried something different, and you'll see if it worked out or not. But this book is gold, and I have seen a lot of people do it, so I wanted to try it myself, and I love how it turned out. So this is how you can get your book to have colored edges, which a lot of book boxes are doing, and a lot of UK editions have that, but not a lot of US editions. So this is how you can paint the edges of your book yourself, and I hope you enjoy. I took inspiration from like 7 different videos that I found online, so I will link every video I found down below, and enjoy my video.
Welcome to my craft area. These are my supplies. So I already had painter's tape. I'm probably going to cut it down the middle because it's super wide and I don't need that much width for the book. I also have this set of brushes. I have watched Olivia from Olivia Reads Lattes video, and she said to use the sponge brushes, but I want to do some fun stuff too, so I got these additional sponge brushes and a bunch of paint. So all this paint plus these sponge brushes was $16. I used a coupon, 40% off on that. It was $6, and then each of these were already 30% off, and I think this one was only 30 cents because it was on clearance. So those are the materials. I do have my book over here. This is the one that I want to do, and then I have a plate. I have the gold that I'm going to use, and then I do have a weight to put on top. People have used like book things. I don't remember what they're called. And then I don't have newspaper, so I'm putting an old Cheerio box down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I'll link everything down below and where you can get it, but let's get started.
Hey guys, so sorry if this lighting is weird. It's really overcast outside, so I'm using a lamp, and we're gonna do what we're gonna do. So this is where I sew, but I am all set up here. I'm going to be using this book right here because I recently got another copy in the mail from the publisher because book 2 is coming out. They didn't ask me, they just sent it to me, and I'd already bought a copy from Half Price Books. So this is my copy from Half Price Books, and I'm gonna paint the edges gold. So I've watched a lot of videos, and this is the first one I'm going to do, and then also in this video I'm going to try to do a galaxy thing that I saw in another video that I'll link down below. So I have heard that sponge works best. I've already walked you through all my material. So I have this, I have my gold, which I haven't opened yet, I have tape, which I have put in half because I don't want like too much tape on the book. I don't think that the tape's gonna like hurt the book. Hopefully it's not. So I also have my weight. I don't think I showed you. It's my 10-pound weight that I use for leg workouts, not arm workouts, but I'm gonna go ahead and start taping this first, and then put the weight on, and then go to town painting. I'm so nervous, so I'm glad I'm starting with this book first. Like I said, I'll link down below any videos I used, and I'm gonna get to work. Alright, so I have everything taped, and so now it's time to paint. I'll probably just do it this way. Just paint all around. Nice and tight. Okay, let's start. I'm not going to put any water on this. I've heard it's best to just do it dry. All right, I think I'm done. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna let it dry. I don't know if you're supposed to let it dry with it clamped or not. I don't think Olivia did that, so maybe I will let it dry without it, and that'll make the pages easier to pull apart. So it looks decent so far, so I'm very nervous, but we shall see. Okay, so I wanted to update you guys real quick before I had to go do other things, but I did end up taking off the tape, and I noticed, so I don't know if you can see up here, there's a little part of it that came up. The inside of the book is a lot more fragile than the outside of the book with the tape. Obviously, putting tape on any book scares me. Typically, like, clear tape really damages books, but the painter's tape is definitely more gentle, but you have to go very slowly. And what I did was I took the outside off first, and then I was going and taking the inside off. When you go down with the tape, it starts to tear it. So what you have to do is what I did was I lifted this side up first, and then on the inside I lifted the inside from the bottom, and so I did the whole this side from the bottom. Not even a single tear. I found that it really lifted the paper if you were going down with the tape, so you have to lift up with the tape. Just an FYI. But you know what I realized while I was tearing these pages apart? Not tearing them apart, but I painted my signed copy. I completely forgot that I met her. I've met her a couple times, Jennifer Armentrout, and I didn't remember that I had this book when I met her, so hopefully this ends up looking okay. It's very stuck together. When I first opened it, I was like, oh my god, am I gonna get any of this apart? You have to go page by page, so it's gonna take me a while. I've only started like the first few pages, and then like when I try to turn the page here, it's kind of stuck, so you have to go very carefully. This is where I'm concerned because I think Olivia said she got a lot of like white residue on it, and she said to take a damp cloth, so don't take any kind of like paper towel or toilet paper or tissues because that'll get residue on it more. So take a damp cloth and just like kind of wipe away at anything that's like left over. But I think that the color looks really cool. I don't really like it with the blue right now, but I think with the cover on it's gonna look cool. I just think that blue and gold look weird together on here. I know there's I think that was my mom's school colors, but I'm gonna go and tear these apart and probably chat with you guys tomorrow on the next, I don't know what book I'm gonna do. I just know that I saw a video where it was it looked like constellations and stuff and like a sky, a night sky, and it had like pink and blue over the black, so I'm gonna attempt to do that, but I don't know what book I want to do. I think that this would look gorgeous with gold pages, but I haven't even read this one yet and I don't want to ruin it. I'm lucky that this is turning out as good as it did. I'm actually very happy with how this looks. I did like miss a little bit of the edge here, which I was trying to get near the end. Those are super hard to get. And it did like get a little bit on the page, like on inside here. But other than that, I mean, this is looking good. So yeah, on the edge right here, I just got a little bit on the inside, but I'm happy. I'm very nervous for tomorrow. I really would love to do a Court of Mist and Fury with that night sky, but that's my signed copy, and she doesn't really do a lot of signings, and she only signs one book. So do I want to risk it? I don't think so. So I'll try to find a book that I want to do. Serpent and Dove would look really cool with gold edges too. I also got purple metallic, which I'm excited for, but I don't know. A Heart So Fierce and Broken would look so good with purple. Should I do it? Should I do it? Purple metallic on this? I'm scared. I haven't even read this yet. Maybe I will. Okay, bye. Hey guys, it is a new day, and today I am going to attempt the Galaxy Constellation edging, and I'm gonna use this book. I haven't read it yet, but I think it would look really cool on this book with this cover, and then maybe it'll inspire me to read this book. And I think, yeah, it has this really pretty cover too, so I think that the edging will look great. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone and try to follow the directions and see if I can get that cool galaxy. So I gotta do that. I'm gonna tape it and I'm gonna show you more up close me painting the edges of this, and hopefully it doesn't turn out terrible. And if it does, it's fine because I haven't read this and it's not a big deal if it looks horrible. So wish me luck. I'm gonna go ahead and tape it and get it all ready. Hey guys, so I'm here to show you a little bit more close up of how I do this. So I left most of it, I've already pulled apart, but I left a little bit of it. You can see it's like sticking together, and I wanted to show you, let me see if I can do this right. So all I do is I just like pull it apart, and then you find like at the bottom here, I'll show you, it's all like kind of already fanning out. So I just kind of glide my fingers in and pull it apart. I have not ripped a single page. One got like a little caught, so you just have to like slide your finger along, and sometimes there's no gap in the pages, so I'll take the corner and I'll kind of like fan it like this, and then that'll loosen up the paint and make it come apart. And the reason why I want to show you this also is because it's getting that little white residue that Olivia talked about in her video, where the pages are pulled apart and it just like gets little chunks of the paper on the outside, and it's worse when it's the matte paint and not the metallic paint. I should have just bought more metallic paint. It was twice the cost though of the regular paint, so I didn't even think of doing it, but I love the look of the shiny paint, but it's fine. This turned out so pretty. So I think I had told you that I wanted to do the metallic purple on this book, but I didn't buy metallic purple. I bought metallic blue. I had metallic purple in my hand. I was like, but what book would I do purple? So I bought metallic blue, and I'm annoyed that I didn't get purple as well. And silver, because I feel like a lot of my books would look really cool with silver, but yeah, I'm going to finish this, and then I will be right back. Okay, so if you can see, I'll try my best to show you, there's a lot of like the paper residue on this book. It's not so much on the edges, on the sides, but it's definitely more so here. So what Olivia recommended was getting a damp cloth. So I already put some water on it, and don't want to get my book wet, and just like scrubbing at it like that. And it obviously gets a little bit of paint on your towel. And it's already, I can see, getting better. And now I couldn't really get a lot of it on my light blue one, but because it's light blue, you couldn't really tell the paper was there. It's definitely getting better, but I don't think I'd be able to get it all off. A lot on this book, if you could tell. And yeah, it's just gonna get your towel like a little wet, so don't use a towel that's really important to you. I don't know if this kind of paint comes out of cloth. And I'm just applying a little pressure to try to like scrape it off, because that's what it needs to get, is scraped off of the book, and it's doing a pretty good job. It's not really taking off any paint really. So like the end looks really nice. It's just like this that doesn't really have that pristine look. And I'm pretty sure I painted a dog hair onto here, so hopefully that came off, because Miss Lily was sitting right next to me. And then I look at it and I'm like, am I really making any difference, or am I just making it look the same and spending time doing this? It's fine. So like if you look really closely, you can see a lot of the white strips, but like, who's gonna be looking that closely at my book? But it's all taken apart, so book looks nice. It doesn't feel too different, but I love how it turned out. And it looks so good with the cover on. Oh my gosh, you guys. And so, like I said, with my previous ones, I got just like a little tad bit of purple around the edges, but honestly, it's barely noticeable. And I don't look at that part of the book anyways. Look how gorgeous that turned out. I love it. And I also did the first book in blue, and because it's a lighter color, you can't really see the white residue like from the pages, the little white pieces. You can't really tell them that they're there as much, but look how freaking cute they turned out. I am so proud of how these two turned out. So gorgeous. I love the colors I chose. And then you're probably all waiting for that star one that was supposed to be amazing. I think my white brush wasn't thin enough, because it kept on like flattening the tip when I would put it down. So this is how it turned out. Very splotchy. I'm not an artist. I am very crafty, but I'm not an artist. So it doesn't really look like constellations like it was supposed to. I feel like further away it might look better, but it's still cool, I think, like with this cover. I think this cover would have looked really cool with silver edges as well, but that was my first attempt at trying to do something cool, and it majorly backfired because I'm not artsy. I like to make things. I'm really good at making things and like sewing, and I used to knit. But if you want me to like draw something, okay. But these were my original two. I love, love, love how the gold turned out. This one, so pretty. I think this color would have looked fabulous on this, but I didn't want oh, that's the difference between matte and shiny too, if you see that. But I didn't want this one to have a shiny and book 2 to not have a shiny. So I did a total of 5 books, and the shiny just turns out so pretty. So pretty. I love how this turned out. But 4 out of the 5 are not too bad. This one just, yikes. It's fine. I'll just hide it on my bookshelves. I did think though that like then doing like a tie-dye kind of color would be cool. Going from pink to blue to pink. And I think my blue wasn't dark enough for this, so yeah. But these all turned out amazing. I love, 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 love how the purple looks with that purple flower. Look how gorgeous. And yeah, it just has like a little bit of like the paper on there, but you can't really tell, and I was worried that it would warp the pages, and it doesn't either. So I hope that this was helpful to you, that you feel confident enough to be able to do it yourself. I took bits and pieces from a bunch of different people's videos and did it. So I definitely think you have to have a weight. I think the 10-pound weight worked really well, but I would move it as I went around sections so that it was pressing directly on the edge. People use like a book press, so they'll get 2 pieces of wood and like either those grips that wedge it tight, I don't know what those are called, or they like actually made a book press with like a rod and like screws and stuff and like nuts. But I just used a weight like Olivia did, and it turned out well. You definitely have to, or else you're gonna get a lot more spillage inside. And yeah, the paint worked out really well. I did find a video where they literally spray painted the edges, and I don't have a spray painter like that. So yeah, I love how they turned out. Well, that's all I have. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and if there are any other crafts you want me to do videos for, let me know. I already have a book sleeve video. That's my most viewed video on my channel because people like to know how to make book sleeves, which I actually have an Etsy shop for. But I think this is really fun and a great way to like gift someone a book. And it looks nice on contemporary, but I think it looks even cooler on fantasy. So yeah, I kind of want to do more of my books, but we'll see. I don't know how it works in adult books. Olivia did say that they tried it on a thriller and it didn't work as well, so these are all YA. But yep, that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day.